Hi, beautiful souls. Let's bloom within. So, I am here with the second video after my Radha video, and thank you all for listening to my thoughts, giving out some time from your busy life to listen to my thoughts, and I'm really thankful for that. So, today we will talk about, as I discussed, that sattvic food, sattvic ahar. Yeah, being into art of living for more than 20 years, I believe that the prana can really be looked after and your prana can really be high if you follow a sattvic ahar. Now, if you talk about being a vegetarian or a non vegetarian, I had been a hardcore non vegetarian, but now it is, I think, more than 15 years or 20 years. I am a pure vegetarian, and it really did not take a lot of effort, to become a vegetarian, because once you are into these practices on its own it comes. So but today I'm not here in the controversy of being a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian. That's totally your wish, but if we can be particular with a few things, we can really keep our prana high. So whether we are at home or whether in the office or anywhere, with our children, with our studies, the students who are in the universities, if your prana is high from the morning till night, you really can work more. Like AI helps you to do your work faster. If your prana is high, it will keep you going for the whole day with a lot of energy. So, we often think that food is like only a practice of calories. If we need to take this amount of calories, otherwise we have to burn calories. But food is all about, how you can balance your prana, how, like, food can really be the life force for you. That, being in so many years into art of living, has taught me, and I have wanted to share this for a long time, and thank you all for helping me out in taking giving my thoughts to you all. It's just a friendly thought and nothing. I am no one to preach. I can only share my feelings with you, what I have learned in all these years. And see, whenever we eat food, it should not be very heavy, very spicy, like rajasic or tamasic, then our mind becomes very restless. So, now when we go to a party or we go to any marriage, we love eating, we keep on eating. We love, like in Bengalis, we have rasgullas, we have mishti doi, ice cream, so we go on eating, but after that, after coming back, we don't feel that good because we lose the balance, so makes us very restless, it makes us very heavy. We often lose the calmness, the glow that comes from blooming within. If you are into this pure prana or your sattva is very high. So but on the other hand, if your sattva is high, you are on a sattvic energy, you're on a sattvic food, it is very light, it is very easy to digest and fresh. When we eat sattvic ahar, our meditation, those who love to meditate, it becomes much deeper. So how to meditate? Meditation is not very difficult. Like when I was small, I remember my father used to say, you have to sit down in front of a candle and look at the flick and go on looking at the light, and you have to concentrate. No, but meditation is deconcentration. Connect with me and I will tell you, it's very easy and very beautiful. So, and when you meditate, when you are on a sattvic ahar, you really glow from within. You don't require any exterior makeup to look beautiful. It happens naturally. Whatever we have come, whatever we have with us, it helps you to bloom with that only. A rose is a rose, a marigold is a marigold, you know. So we understand that we never want to, if I am a marigold, we never want to become a rose. And that helps us to bloom within, and that can happen when you are calm, when your prana is very balanced. So how it can happen with the sattvic ahar? No, so what is sattvic? See, you may ask, you are telling sattvic, you know. My students will be telling me, ma'am, we love burgers, we love to eat. So you are telling us to go on a sattvic ahar? No, it's not possible, ma'am, not possible. No, see, I'm not telling you to go totally vegetarian. No, until and unless it comes from within, you should not go totally vegetarian. I'm just telling you, change your pattern. Maybe once a week you can take vegetarian. Start with that. Fresh fruits, you know, seasonal fruits, seasonal vegetables, you know, lightly cooked, boiled, once a week. Even start with a fortnight, you know, and you will see the change. I promise you that. Okay, so what is sattvic? You know, it's pure, it is essential, it's natural, it's vital and energy containing. You know, mostly the fresh fruits, the seasonal vegetables, they are sattvic. And also, you know, the whole grains, the nuts, the seeds, the honey, and the fresh dairy, you know, they all fall under the sattvic category. So what I can tell you today, that I can give you 3 simple tricks, you know, tricks or tips. Tricks will be wrong. Tips to how to maintain your prana, how to keep your energy level high, and how to go sattvic slowly. The first one, you should focus on freshness. I think few days back I was watching, you know, channel, or maybe I don't know where, maybe a reel, that somebody was telling me that, you know, refrigerating is very good and we should keep our foods refrigerated. No, yeah, you know, we all have to refrigerate, you know, in the modern age. We all are working, or those who are with the children are small, you have to take them to the school, or the students, you know, you are maybe staying in a PG somewhere and you have to use refrigerator, you know. But I am not talking that you don't use a refrigerator, but if possible, try to eat at least one meal freshly cooked. And the best is if you can cook both the times. But if it is not possible, I know, I understand, I myself understand that it's not possible every day to cook, you know, but at least try to eat one meal fresh. And if it is possible for you to eat within 3-4 hours of cooking, that is the best. The second is, again and again I'm telling you, that awareness, you know, when we are eating, we should only eat. What we do, we watch a TV. I think so many people have told you, we watch a TV, we talk in the phone, we look into the videos, and we eat. In the Art of Living course, when we do the happiness course, there is a beautiful practice. You will understand why it is so important, you know, to be mindful, be aware whenever, whatever you do. Now suppose I'm talking to you, in between if I look at my phone, if I look at my book, if I fidget, you know, you will not like it. In the similar way, when you eat, the body wants you to concentrate on the taste buds, you know, it's tangible. So to get the intangible, you have to, you know, concentrate on your taste buds, what you are eating, how much you are eating, on the portions, you know. So if you are watching a TV, generally you overeat. So it's very important to be aware. Like, it's like a meditation, you know. Even eating is like a meditation. You concentrate, you relish the food, whatever. Even if you are taking a soup, you know, concentrate on the taste buds and everything. That will help you to eat less, chew your food. And I know we all do it. I am telling you, because I never used to chew my food, you know. When I used to eat very fast, and I never used to chew my food. And when I learned this, it really helped me, you know, because it, you know, increases your metabolic rate, so your food is digested. So it's very good to concentrate. And the next is, you have to, before your first bite, take a silent second to thank Annadata Sukhi Bhava. It's the last line of a shloka. We basically thank three people, the farmer who has, prepared this crop for you, the merchant who brought the food to you, the crop to you, and the person, your mother, maybe the person who cooks, even in the hotel, in the restaurant, the person who cooks, to that person for bringing it in your plate. So if you thank these people, if you thank the Mother Earth, we always before eating we say Annadata Sukhi Bhava. Gurudev taught us that, that makes the, simple food a prasad, and really, change the feeling when you eat. Do it once, you will feel good, and there is a shloka on this, but I don't know whether I will be able to read it to you, but I can try. The whole shloka, the Annadata Sukhi Bhava, is the last phrase. The first is Gaja Turaga Sahasram Gokulam Koti Danam Kanaka Rajata Patram Methini Sagara Antara Upashama Kula Deepam Rajya Samrajya Dhiyat Om Shanti Annadata Sukhi Bhava. Once more I will tell you. Gaja Turaga Sahasram Gokulam Koti Danam means thousands of elephants and horses. Kanaka Rajata Patram Methini Sagara Antam. Donating Danam means Upasama Kula Deepam Rajya Samrajya Dheyat Om Shanti Annadata Sukhi Bhava. Here Gaja Turaga Sahasram is thousands of elephants and horses. Gokulam Koti Danam means donating crores of cows. Kanaka Rajata Pat, vessels made of gold and silver. Methini Sagara Antam, the entire earth is Methini, up to the edge of the oceans, that is Sagara Antam. Annadata Sukhi Bhava, may the one who provides this food be happy. So isn't it so beautiful? So blooming within is not a one-day affair, it's a practice, and honoring yourself, honoring your body and mind is the first step. If you feel that this resonates with you, please subscribe to this challenge. We can really exchange our thoughts, and if you have liked it, please put in the comment box Satvik, so I understand that you really enjoyed the video and you want to know more from me. I can really sit down with you in a webinar or whatever you want to discuss. Just discuss your thoughts. I also want your thoughts on this. Okay, thank you so much, and please write Satvik below if you have watched this video. I will love to hear your stories also. Namaskar, please subscribe, and let's become the beautiful flower and bloom within. Thank you.